Twitter beefs, memes, diss tracks. Shaq's known to disrespect whoever, and sometimes it got so bad he ended careers. Shaq and JaVale McGee's beef got really bad. Like, Shaq's own mom had to get involved bad. The drama started on Shaqtin, a fool, where JaVale was constantly used as a punching bag. Shaq and the guys would bash JaVale on air and put his mistakes out there for millions to see.
Oh, post him up, JaVale! Post him up, JaVale! Hold him off! Hold him off!
Some time went by and JaVale joined the Warriors. He started playing the best basketball of his career, but the second he made one mistake, they put him on blast again.
JaVale McGee throws down a crazy alley-oop on an invisible mini-hoop out of bounds.
I thought you said JaVale McGee wasn't going to be on anymore.
You did. I said, oh, his birthday. Oh.
When JaVale saw it, he was ready to square up with Shaq. But you know, being across the country isn't ideal for that. So JaVale pulled out the Twitter fingers and started taking shots at Shaq, calling him out. Shaq, get my nuts out your mouth and eat it, that's all. But if you know Shaq, you know he takes everything personal. Whenever Shaq starts something, he finishes it. And that's exactly what he tried to do. To JaVale's career, Shaq clapped back. Now, since you on a good team, you want to act like you a player. Now stop it. You'll only be remembered for Shaqtin, a fool. Bum ass. Don't act like you a good. I'll smack the shit out of your bum ass. You're the one that be looking stupid with your dumb ass. Bum ass. Haha. Then JaVale responded, you've had these nuts in your mouth for 5 or 6 years. You thought I was just gonna stay silent. And you already know Shaq had to do him dirt. He literally photoshopped JaVale onto a homeless man. That's when JaVale's teammate, KD, stepped in because mommy's boy Shaq just loves Twitter.
JaVale he works extremely hard. He's coming here and doing so much for us as a player. He only wants to be respected just like anybody else. And I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff and make fun of players. It's cool and funny, but when you just keep doing it time and time and time again, and then a guy actually disagrees with you and you threaten him, I ain't no cops.
And you're tripping if you thought Shaq was gonna be cool with that. As soon as Shaq saw KD's interview, he tweeted, mind your own business. This ain't for you. I understand you're sticking up for your teammate. That's cool. But your boy JaVale is still a bum. He started it. I'ma finish it. Things got so bad and went so viral. Shaq's own mom had to get involved. And you know, when that phone rings, Shaq has to draw the line.
Didn't it get out of hand,
No,
Shaq, when
it
your
didn't get out
mom
of hand.
has to step in and his mom is stepping in?
It didn't get out of hand, but my mother is someone who I love and respect, and she told me to stop it and don't bring it up again, so I'm not going to talk about it ever again. His name won't ever come out of my mouth ever again.
Earlier this year, when Shaq took shots at Rudy Gobert, it shocked everyone. But not many people knew the beef actually started in 2019. Back then, Shaq made fun of Rudy for crying. After he was snubbed from the All-Star game, there's no crying in basketball, Rudy. Man up. I love that. Get some icy hot on your face, Rudy. Rudy never responded, and they've never even played against each other. So, the whole situation kind of came out of nowhere. But the year had been too quiet for Shaq. He decided to stir things up again when he appeared on the All Things Covered podcast. They brought up Rudy's new contract, a 5-year deal worth $205 million, the biggest contract ever for a center. He's set to make $46 million in 2025 alone, almost $20 million more than any season in Shaq's prime.
Oh, yeah, what do you think about that contract?
Yeah, we were gonna
Rudy, I mean, he got 200 million, Shaq.
200.
I'm not going to hate, but this should be an inspiration to all the little kids out there. If you average 11 points in the NBA, you can get 200.
So he went on Instagram, posted a photoshopped pic of him dunking on Rudy with the caption, I would have had 45 points, 16 rebounds, 10 missed free throws in 3 quarters. He would have had 11 points, 4 rebounds, and fouled out in 3 quarters. I'm a G. Rudy tried to clap back, but Shaq and Damian Lillard's beef? That turned into a rap battle. It started when Dame appeared on Joe Budden's podcast to promote his album. But of course, they asked how he stacked up against other NBA rappers. When they brought up Shaq, Dame did not hold back.
You think you got better music than Shaq?
I think I rap better than Shaq.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
That set up one of the most entertaining beefs in sports history. Shaq heard Dame's trash talk, but instead of going on Instagram, he dropped a diss track. Bars like, take your time to respond. There's no hurry. You'll never be Westbrook, never be Curry. What's in your wallet? Amex or Visa? Talking like you, Bron. You ain't even Trevor Ariza. Then Dame fired back even harder with Rain, Rain, Go Away. You say you the GOAT. I come for his body. Platinum, cause you bought all the copies. I filled the tank up with Diesel. You jealous of me and I see you. Cause on this day, originals just can't fax with the sequel. Oh, and it didn't stop there. It'd be wise to move on, Aristotle. Cause it's a gimme. All the money in the world, but traded you for penny. Damn. Dame was on fire. Shaq couldn't defend himself this time. He lost that one. When it comes to beefing with Shaq, no one's safe. Not current players, not legends. So when Scottie Pippen took a single shot, Shaq tried to bury his career. In 2015, Shaq posted a pic of the best Lakers versus best Bulls. Captioned, "We'd beat them by 50. What do you think?" Scottie felt disrespected, so he posted a pic with MJ. Captioned, "Sorry, Shaq. I don't get caught up in hypotheticals. All I know is, we won 6 titles. Twice the amount you claimed while in LA. Yeah, Shaq wasn't having it. He went off on the Dan Patrick show.
It was the 5 best Lakers and the 5 best Bulls, and I said we beat them by 50. That's how I feel, and I'm sticking to it. I didn't say, hey, at Scottie Pippen, we'll beat you guys by 50. I just said, I'll beat you by 50. Now, he made it personal when he said, oh, at Shaq, hey, I don't believe in hypotheticals. So he swung first, so I'm going to swing second, and I'm going to swing last because I don't let bums disrespect me. Yeah, he was a great player, but I'm the bridge, he's the water. He will always be under me.
Then, on Instagram, Shaq posted the same MJ pic, but with MJ's face photoshopped onto Scottie's body. Caption, "Sorry, Scottie Pippen, I don't believe in hypotheticals either. This guy did most of the work. I was Batman, you were Robin. I was Puffy, you were May." Later that day, Scottie responded with a post of his own, a picture of all his rings. "Game over, Shaq. All that ever mattered to me was winning, and we did plenty of that in Chicago. But of course, Shaq had the last word." He posted Scottie's face edited onto a fiddle and said, "Michael Jordan got you 6 rings. You'll always be remembered as Mr. Second Fiddle. Second behind him, second behind me. Game ain't over till I say so." Now, maybe the most infamous Shaq beef. Shaq versus Dwight Howard. This one's gone on for over a decade. Dwight was drafted by the Magic, dressed up as Superman in the dunk contest, and later joined the Lakers. Exactly like Shaq. Same team, same nickname, same path. Shaq wasn't feeling it. He saw it as Dwight trying to replace his legacy. And even though Dwight was really good in 2012, best big man stats in the league,
Dwight Howard is the best big man in the game.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Listen, you need to stop that. You need to, hey,
Listen,
you need to let this Superman hatred go.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen to me. Andrew Bynum is a true big man. Back you down, jump hook. Dwight Howard has 1 or 2 moves on the block. His one move is to run in jump hook, and the other move is to pick and roll, get it slam.
Hey, and he's going to get the same number of points. He's a much better defender and a much better rebounder.
No way.
I tell you what.
In 2019, the Lakers signed Dwight again. TMZ asked Shaq how he felt. Shaq replied, "Who? Dwight Howard? I don't know him." Shaq's pettiness hit new heights. Even when it had nothing to do with Dwight, Shaq would still throw shade. When Kobe said he could have had 12 rings if Shaq worked harder, Shaq clapped back at Kobe, but somehow still made it about Dwight. And when the Lakers won a title in 2020, Dwight celebrated with pics, videos, and a speech. But Shaq said, "You know what I don't like as a player? All these guys on Instagram bragging, like they were the reason they got that championship. Sit your ass down. You didn't do nothing." And when the host asked, "You talking about Dwight?" Shaq just smiled. Shaq and Charles Barkley. Their beef goes back to 1999. They've gotten way more civil. Now,
Oh, and there's a swing by O'Neal, and they got a brouhaha on the floor.
now they argue together on Inside the NBA. But don't get it twisted. Those debates get heated. In 2017, Shaq said LeBron needed help. Charles disagreed. Shaq took it personally.
You played for a team that had big 4. You forgot about that?
Big 4.
You, Akeem, Scottie.
First of all,
It doesn't matter.
That wasn't even close.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even close.
It doesn't matter.
We were all old men way past our prime.
It doesn't
This guy
matter.
just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
Yeah,
now
but it takes more than that to win the
they
championship.
just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Okay.
They just won the championship.
First of all, you know nothing about going back to back. I do and Kenny do.
Want more wild NBA beefs and behind-the-scenes drama? Yeah, you're gonna want to click the next video.